All right, I'm at 3014 Devon Brook, and I started off here in the basement. It's completely dark for you. But the basement is unfinished. It does have copper plumbing, furnace and hot water tank look to be all right. The basement, you're gonna have to look at the photos, but there seems to be some staining on one of the concrete walls, and then there's a little, I guess, a wood wall next to the sump pump that is bowed. And I'm guessing that there had to be at least water in here at one time or another. In fact, I'm gonna take another photo of another area, and there has definitely been water in here before. Likely from the sump pump, but I'm not entirely sure. All right, I'm heading upstairs, and the entire house smells like smoke and animals. Very first thing I would suggest that the bank actually does is to paint the entire house, which would likely be about $4,500. While I'm looking at it, you can kind of see from the outside there used to be probably like an awning that would extend out over the deck, and that's got, you know, heavy tar, and on the back side of the house it's exposed wood, so that's kind of one problem. Currently, with the way the property sits, it would have a tough time getting a mortgage, in that there are several windows that are broken, meaning that the seals here, like on this main window, is broke, so need to replace the glass there. That's about $500. The house, you know, a good maid service and painting would do this place a lot of good, and we could possibly look at a couple other minor repairs. Heading into, well, let me just finish out the kitchen. All right, heading into the dining room and living room combination. You see this front window is actually broken. It would not be allowed for FHA. Dining room chandelier. Here's the living area. It does have a two-way fireplace which goes into the kitchen. Here's the entryway for the front door. And we see that if you can hear this, there's the ground here. There's some tile that is loose and or missing. This is a half bath which connects to the master bedroom on the other side. We'll go over there in a minute. The floors throughout are actually in fairly good condition. Paint, I would just say, is poor. Actually in the full bathroom, and you can't see this right now because the electric's not on, but it does have a wallpaper in here which makes it a little unappealing, but overall the bathroom is in good shape. Bedroom 1 is, say, 9 by 10. Actually have a little bit of staining over here on the wood floor, not a huge deal. Number 2, you can see the dog hair or whatever it is that's all over the place. Ceiling, which is nice. Bedroom 2 is going to be 13 by 9. And master bedroom is going to, let's just go with 12 by 12. Really nice green color. And then here's that half bath again. So we have 1.5 baths. Property needs painting. It needs a little bit of flooring work, so let's go with $2,000 for floors. Painting, $4,500. And these are recommended for them to sell the property because I think that they want to sell this on a mortgage. And it's very heavily smoke stained throughout, and especially anything that's white. We do have, this isn't a big deal, but you do have one problem here. I think they should also paint the basement, which would be $1,000 for the floor, and the ceiling, and to just tear out the existing plywood that's down there. So let's call that $1,000. And here's a 2-car garage. Typical garage. The house does back to the main road, so as you pull comps, be sure to look at the map where your comps are, and if they're not on the main road, then you should probably select, you can probably hear all that noise. So for noise and location, we probably want to take down 10% off of the repaired value. Back of the house, a little bit of siding coming off. It does need new gutters. Let's call that $500 for gutters. Back of the house does have peeling paint, which will also be an FHA item. The deck needs to be power washed. The back of the house just needs, I think, some siding. Over here, we could call that, say, let's do 500 there. The roof is also, you know, looking at it a second time, you can kind of see this one straight in front of me here, and you kind of see some lifted shingles here and there. I'm going to say the roof is at the end of its economic life, so that would also be an FHA. Actually, that would probably just be a loan issue altogether. There's a couple missing shingles on top of the roof. Right now, the gutters are currently leaking water right next to the foundation. Sorry, I'm walking so slow. Okay, front of the house. Again, gutters. You actually have some of the fascia boards that are completely rotted off. And then as far as the street goes, you're obviously, excuse me, the property does border actually 2 main roads. However, the street itself is fairly nice. And that's it.